Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back to our Tafseer class. We are doing the kitab known as Al-Jami'u li-Ahkam al-Quran of Imam Al-Qurtubi rahimahullah, and we're still dealing with the Tafseer of Surah Al-Mutaffifin. So without extra delays, let's begin. Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. So we are here on page 148 at the beginning. It says وقال الفراء عليون ارتفاع بعد ارتفاع. So we were discussing the topic of the Illiyyeen or the Illiyun, Kitab Marqum, all of that, those ayat of Surah Al-Mutaffifin. And last week we discussed what is the Illiyeen and touched upon various viewpoints. So tonight, inshallah, we're continuing on with more viewpoints in that regard. So Imam Al-Farrai says, Illiyyun means irtifa'un ba'da irtifa', meaning loftiness after loftiness. In other words, a high place. وقيل عليون أعلى الأمكنة. Another opinion says the عليون means the highest place. وقيل معناه علو في علو مضاعف كأنه لا غاية له ولذلك جمع بالواو والنون. Another opinion says that عليون is علو في علو, meaning like loftiness above loftiness, مضاعف which is increased كأنه لا غاية له, as if, in other words, to simplify it, it's the highest possible place that you can't go higher. لا غاية له. ولذلك, and he say for this reason, he speaks now from a linguistic perspective, the plural, it's made in a plural form with a waw and noon, like it is like uluun, what waw noon, so it becomes illiyun, becomes illiyun. So that extra plural gives of these extra meanings. That's basically what he's trying to get at. وهو معنى قول الطبري. And he says this is the meaning of the viewpoint of Imam Al-Tabari rahimahullah. In other words, Imam Al-Tabari holds this viewpoint. قال الفراء واسم موضوع على صفة الجمع ولا واحد له من لفظه كقولك 20 و30. والعرب إذا جمعت جمعا ولم يكن له بناء من الواحدة ولا تثنية قالوا في المذكر والمؤنث بالنون. Imam Al-Farra, one of the famous linguists, he said, it is ismun mawdu', it is a name which is given ala sifatil jama', for a like a plural form. He says it has no singular and the word has no singular. In other words, one word that you can think of is the word nisa. Nisa means women. There's no plural. I mean, there's no singular for the word nisa. Unlike you can say rajulun, singular man, rajulani, two men, rijalun, plural men, all same word. It changes according to the format. But you have imra'atun, imra'atani, nisa'un. So imra'atun has no plural and nisa'un has no singular. So, you know, it's those type of words. So he says this is one of those kind of words. So he says it has no singular form. He says it's similar to the words 20, 30. 20 means 20, 30 means 30, but obviously there's no singular form of 30 and 20 and 40 and so on and so forth. So he says when the Arabs make plural of a plural, ولم يكن له بناء من واحدة ولا تثنية, and that plural of a plural has no singular or dual form, then they use for both masculine and the feminine form, they use it with the noon. In other words, the una, the waw noon. So he's saying because this word iliyun has no singular and no plural, therefore it's made. Okay, there's a lot of linguistics tonight, so I'm going to skip a lot of it. But anyway, just to complete this part here, he's saying, so therefore for that reason, the word is said as iliyun. وهو معنى قول الطبري. Same viewpoint of Imam الطبري again. وقال الزجاج إعراب هذا الاسم كإعراب الجمع لأنه على لفظ الجمع كما تقول هذه قنسر ورأيت قنسرين. Okay, so he says the إعراب of this, like عليون قنسرون, it's on that same pattern with regards to the إعراب, the harakat, so to speak. Nasrun is a place in Syria, if I'm not mistaken. وقال يونس النحوي واحدها علي وعلية. وقال أبو الفتح عليين جمع عليين وهو فعيل من العلو. So yeah, Imam Yunus al-Nahwi and Imam Abu al-Fath, they differed with this, and they say it actually does have a singular form. Its singular form is Illiyun and Illiyatun in a feminine form. And Imam Abu al-Fath, he said that Illiyyeen is plural of the word Illiyyi. It is on the pattern of fi'il from the word ulu. Like I said, it's a lot of linguistics, but anyhow, وكان سبيله أن يقول علية كما قالوا للغرفة علية لأنها من العلو، فلما حذفت التاء من علية عوضوا منها الجمع بالواو والنون كما قالوا في أرضين. So, okay. He's just simply showing from a purely linguistic perspective, if you have the word علية, but when you take the star away here, then it gets the waw and the noon, علية, عليون, عليين. But like I say, it's neither here nor there as far as the normal person is concerned, because that's high level Arabic in the technical perspective of things. Let's move on a bit further. وقيل إن عليين صفة للملائكة فإنهم الملأ الأعلى. Now we move away from some linguistics. Another opinion here says that Illiyyeen is a description of the Malaika. It's one of the characteristics of them. فَإِنَّهُمُ الْمَلَأُ الْأَعْلَى, because they are that, the Mala'ul A'la, that lofty company, they in Jannah, in the highest of places. كما يقال فلان في بني فلان أي هو في جملتهم وعندهم. Like how in Arabic you say so and so is في بني فلان, he is هو في جملتهم, he is from them, وعندهم, and he is by them as well. والذي في الخبر من حديث ابن عمر رضي الله عنهما أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إن أهل عليين لا ينظرون إلى الجنة من كذا فإذا أشرف رجل من أهل عليين أشرقت الجنة لضياء وجهه فيقولون ما هذا النور فيقال أشرف رجل من أهل عليين الأبرار أهل الطاعة والصدق. Okay, so let's start back from here. He says, you've also find this from a hadith. When you say khabar, he means a hadith. The hadith of Hazrat Abdullah ibn Umar radiyallahu anhuma, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam spoke about the Ahla Illiyyeen, the people of the Illiyyeen. La yanzuruna ila al-Jannah. They will look at Jannah. So, which Illiyyeen? Like I mentioned last week, Illiyyeen, Illiyyun is a term which has many meanings. So, in Barzakh, there is the Illiyyun. In Jannah, there is the Illiyyun. You can say the Malaika are Illiyyun. Different things. So here, this is speaking about when everybody is in Jannah itself. There are obviously levels in Jannah, many levels in Jannah. So the highest of levels is the Illiyyun in Jannah as well. So these people who are in the highest level of Jannah, they will look at let's say, for example, they gaze down from the lofty castle, min kada, from such and such a place. فَإِذَا أَشْرَفَ رَجُلٌ. So when Ashrafa, I don't mean noble, but it means when a man will look. Rajulun means min ahli al-Illiyyin, when one of the people from the Illiyin will now look towards the rest of Jannah. أشرقت الجنة لضياء وجهه. Jannah, which itself is already, it's not okay to describe Jannah. Jannah is not bright that it's hurtful to your eyes. Rather, the light is subdued. It's not dark that you can say, I can't see my things, I can't find. No, the light is just right. Sometimes some people's eyes, even if you are living in this world here right now, when the sun is bright like that, it takes a toll on your eyes. But when the sun starts to go down, you're heading towards the Asr time in the day, the light becomes more subdued. It's still clear enough to see everything. It's just not hard and heavy on your eyes. So in Jannah, the light itself is of a subdued nature. So it's not bright in that sense in the first place. Yeah, sure, if you want to have your place bright, it's not an issue. But that's the general ambiance of Jannah is of, as you can tell, Jannah from the linguistics of the word itself, something which is covered, like a garden. There's shade, there's shadows. So, you have all of those things. So a shady and shadowy place is never a place that is bright, that not a shadow shows anywhere, because everything is covered. So that's how Jannah is. So now, in this situation, when, you see suddenly a bright light shine from somewhere. So anyway, uh, when one of these people from the Illiyyeen in Jannah, you will look now at the rest of Jannah. Jannah itself will light up because of the brightness of his face. فيقولون, and those people will say that ما هذا النور, what is this light? We're seeing a new light. If there did a new moon come out or something? فيقال, and then it will be said to them, meaning the malaika will tell them, أشرف الرجل من أهل عليين الأبرار أهل الطاعة والصدق. That one of the malaika will now tell them that a man from the highest level of the Illiyyeen, those pious people of worship and truthfulness, who worshipped Allah in this world, it was him who had looked, and that is where this brightness came from. Another thing, by the way, in Jannah, like I say, there are level. Some people seem to think there's 7 Jannah, so there's 7, like 7 stories. Far removed is it from that. There are hundreds of levels, let's put it this way. So the distance between 2 of them is like the distance between the heavens and the earth, that sort of distance. So you will look, for example, let's say you're on the lowest Jannah over there, and you'll see stars there above you in the sky. And in reality, those stars there above are the next Jannah. For example, people over there, that's the distance between them. But anyway, so when some of these people, for example, Hadrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, for example, if he were to look, then that brightness would shine from his face and light the place up. وفي خبر آخر إن أهل الجنة لا يرون أهل عليين كما يرى الكوكب الدري في أفق السماء. Okay, here you have another hadith that in أهل الجنة, the people of Jannah, لا يرون أهل عليين, they will see the people of the عليين كما يرى الكوكب الدري في أفق السماء. You will see the people of the عليين like how you see a star or a planet there in the distance in the sky, like that's the North Star. You can't tell what it is. It's just a bright thing shining over there. So in a like manner, you will see a bright thing over there, and that will be people from the Illiyyeen. يدل على أن عليين اسم الموضع المرتفع. Imam Al-Qurtubi rahimahullah says, this proves the fact that the Illiyyeen is the name of a high place. So the highest of high places is the Illiyyeen. So Illiyyeen for Barzakh and Illiyyeen for Jannah as well. وروى ناس عن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما في قوله عليين قال أخبر أن أعمالهم وأرواحهم في السماء الرابعة. Some of the students, they narrate from Hazrat Abdullah ibn Abbas رضي الله عنهما, interpreting the word عليين. He said that people are informed that أن أعمالهم, their deeds and their souls are in the 4th sky. So the 7th samawat, this is the 4th sky, 4th heaven, so to speak, in people's terms. Okay, moving on further. He says, ثم قال وما أدراك ما عليون, أي ما الذي أعلمك يا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم أي شيء عليون على جهة التفخيم والتعظيم له في المنزلة الرفيعة. He goes on further to the Tafseer. The next ayah says, and Allah says, وَمَا أَدَرَاكَ مَا عِلِّيُّونَ, what will make you come to know what is the Illiyyun? Meaning, what is that will teach you or inform you, O Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, what exactly the Illiyyun is? It is a question على جهة التفخيم والتعظيم, a question which is posed. In other words, Allah is trying to point out, how great and how lofty and how high is this Illiyyun. That's the fil manzilati rafi'a, what a high lofty place it is. What will make you realize how great it is? It's not saying what will make you realize it, like a normal question that you're asking someone. Because if Allah said so, finish in the story. But in other words, what can make you comprehend just how high ranking this is, how lofty this place is, in simple terms. ثم فسره له فقال كتاب مرقوم يشهده المقربون. Thereafter, Allah explained it by saying كتاب مرقوم, a, a register which is you know documented. يشهده المقربون, it is witnessed by those who are close by, which we did the verbatim translation of previously. But in any case, وقيل إن كتاب مرقوم ليس تفسيرا لعليين بل تم الكلام عند قوله عليون ثم ابتدأ وقال كتاب مرقوم أي كتاب الأبرار كتاب مرقوم ولهذا عكس الرقم في كتاب الفجار قاله القشيري. Now another opinion over here, Imam Al-Qushayri rahimahullah viewpoint, he says كتاب مرقوم يشهده المقربون is not referring to Illiyyeen. He says rather the وما أدراك ما عليين, finish end of story. Ayah ends there, the discussion ends on that point. Then Allah moves on to another point. So he says thereafter Allah now starts a new topic, and Allah starts by saying Kitab Marqum, meaning Kitabul Abrari, Kitab Marqum, that the record of the pious people is in a documented book. ولهذا عكس الرقم في كتاب الفجار. And he said this is the opposite of what we previously did with regards to كتاب مرقوم ويل يومئذ للمكذبين, when we were dealing with the Fujar who are in Jahim and all of that sort of stuff. So he says it's the opposite of that when it comes to the issue of the Abrar. وروي أن الملائكة تصعد بعمل العبد فيستقلونه أو فيستقبلونه فإذا انتهوا به إلى ما شاء الله من سلطانه أوحى إليهم إنكم الحفظة على عبدي وأنا الرقيب على ما في قلبه وإنه أخلص لي عمله فجعلوه في عليين فقد غفرت له. Okay, so it's mentioned that the malaika, they will travel with the deeds of a person. فَيَسْتَقِلُّونَهُ. So يَسْتَقِلُّونَهُ means they will deem it to be heavy. It will be like a heavy thing they are taking with them. Another manuscript of the kitab says the word فَيَسْتَقْبِلُونَهُ. They will accept it and take it up and receive it well. But anyway, فَإِذَا انْتَهُوا إِلَى مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ مِنْ سُلْطَانِهِ, while they will be coming up, when they reach wherever they reach, that Allah knows, then أَوْحَى إِلَيْهِمْ, Allah will now not send wahi to the malaika, but otherwise Allah will now speak to the malaika and tell them إِنَّكُمُ الْحَفَظَةُ عَلَى عَبْدِي, that you are the hafadha, the guardian angel, as the kuffar Christians would put it, but you were the ones who were protecting my servant. But وَأَنَا الرَّقِيبُ عَلَى مَا فِي قَلْبِهِ, but I am the one who was a watcher of what was in his heart. وَإِنَّهُ أَخْلَصَ لِي عَمَلَهُ. So you were hafadha, you recorded things based on what you saw on the outside, but I know what was on the inside. In simple terms, that is what Allah is saying in this hadith Qudsi over here. So وَإِنَّهُ أَخْلَصَ لِي عَمَلَهُ, and he verily, and this is Allah saying, verily he had did his actions purely and sincerely for me. فَجَعَلُوهُ فِي عِلِّيِّينَ, so place him in the Illiyyeen. فَقَدْ غَفَرْتُ لَهُ, because I have forgiven him. That's the first one. وَإِنَّهَا لَتَصْعَدُ بِعَمَلِ الْعَبْدِ. And then on the flip side of the coin, the malaika will go up with the deeds of a person. فَيُزَكُّونَهُ or فَيَتْرُكُونَهُ, according to different manuscripts. But in any case, so either they deem it like to be light, or they want to get rid of it and things like this. فَإِذَا انْتَهُوا بِهِ إِلَى مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ, and they'll go as far as Allah wishes them to go. Then أَوْحَى إِلَيْهِمْ, Allah will speak now to the malaika and said, أَنْتُمُ الْحَفَظَةُ عَلَى عَبْدِي وَأَنَا الرَّقِيبُ عَلَى مَا فِي قَلْبِي, that you were the ones who were his protectors while he was alive, but وَأَنَا الرَّقِيبُ عَلَى مَا فِي قَلْبِي, but I am the one who is the watchman over what is in his heart. وَإِنَّهُ لَمْ يُخْلِصْ لِي عَمَلَهُ فَجَعَلُوهُ فِي سِجِّينٍ, that I am the watchman of what was in his heart, and he has not ever done anything sincerely for my sake. He did it maybe, for example, for maybe, with a kafir, they're going around also helping with flood relief in Pakistan and things of this sort. But they're not doing it for the sake of Allah. They're doing it for their own reasons, whatever the case may be. So such deeds are not accepted in the court of Allah except with Iman. So lam yukhlis li amala. Some may want to be on the news and be seen as a generous person. So he did it for that reasons. So فَجَعَلُوهُ فِي سِجِّينٍ. So place him in the sijjin. In other words, send him to Jahannam, because the point being that it's not speaking about necessarily about a Muslim over here. It's make the first ones were the Muslims. The second ones are normally the kuffar. That when the soul of a kafir comes up, the sky will not open. The malaika will smell, what is the stinking thing that's coming up? If you come by somebody with a rotten egg that you broke open, everybody smells the smell all over. What is that stench? So the soul of the kafir will smell worse than that. So the malaika, as the malaika take this dirty soul up, the rest of the samawat, ahlus sama, they'll be smelling, hey, what is the stench coming through here? We take the dirt out of here, put it in the black bag and throw it in the bin, that sort of thing. So, and then Allah will tell the malaika that he did not believe, and whatever. But long story short, so فَجَعَلُهُ فِي سِجِّينٍ. So place him in the sijjin. He's going to go to jail, go straight to jail. Don't don't collect your 200 rand. You're gonna just go there straight to sijjin. End of story. Okay, we'll read the last paragraph and end on this point here. قوله تعالى يشهده المقربون، أي يشهد عمل الأبرار مقربو كل سماء من الملائكة. So this ayah يشهد المقربون, it is witnessed by the muqarrabun. We did previously that the muqarrabun refers to the malaika. So here it says يشهد عمل الأبرار, the actions of the pious are witnessed by مقربو كل سماء من الملائكة. Those the high ranking malaika of every sama, every heaven, every sky, the malaika, each one of those heavens, they witness the deeds of the pious Muslim. وقال وهب وابن إسحاق المقربون هنا إسرافيل عليه السلام، فإذا عمل المؤمن عمل البر صعدت الملائكة بالصحيفة وله نور يتلألأ في السماوات كنور الشمس في الأرض حتى ينتهى بها إلى إسرافيل فيختم عليها ويكتب فهو قوله يشهده المقربون، أي يشهد كتابتهم. Okay, so Imam Wahb ibn Munabbih and Imam ibn Ishaq, they explained that Muqarrabun, spoken about here, Yashhadu al-Muqarrabun, here refers to Hazrat Israfil alayhi salam, the malaika who will blow the sur, the trumpet, for the onset of the day of, or at least who will blow the trumpet which will cause the destruction of the world, and will blow the trumpet which will bring everybody back to life again. That Hadrat Israfil alayhi salam. So فَإِذَا عَمِلَ الْمُؤْمِنُ عَمَلَ الْبِرِّ. So when a mu'min does a deed of goodness, صَعِدَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةِ, the malaika will go up. You are on this earth, you do a good deed, and the malaika take this good deed and they travel up with it. بِالصَّحِيفَةِ, like with a paper, وَلَهُ نُورٌ يَتَلَأْلَأُ, and this paper, the scroll, it has a light, يَتَلَأْلَأُ, which shines, فِي السَّمَاوات, it shines in the sky as you're going up. If you see a rocket shooting up into left off into space over there, everybody see it. Even if you're at a far distance away and you're seeing a plane in the sky and the light is going like that, you can see there's something over there. It's a plane because you see the light. So here the malaika traveling with the scroll of your deed travels up like this, and it shines like that. يَتَلَأْلَأُ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ, it shines in the heavens. كَنُورِ الشَّمْسِ فِي الْأَرْضِ, not like a little pilot light that we see on a plane, but rather like the sun lights up the earth, so does that scroll of deeds shine as it is taken up. حتى ينتهى بها إلى إسرافيل, and the malaika travel all the way until Hazrat Israfil alayhi salam, and he's a massive angel. فَيُخْتَمُ عَلَيْهَا وَيُكْتَبُ. And this scroll of his is now sealed. It is stamped. His name is written down in the Illiyyeen. And that is now the tafsir of the ayah, يَشْهَدُهُ الْمُقَرَّبُونَ, that it is witnessed by the Muqarrabun. In other words, your scroll is taken up and it is stamped and written down in the presence of Hadrat Israfil alayhi salam. He witnesses its writing down in the book of the people of the Illiyyeen, and he witnesses that your name is sealed in there, not going to be removed from there. That's the opinion of Imam Wahb ibn Munabbih and Imam ibn Ishaq. And that's the end of the tafsir of those 4 ayat. And we'll stop on this point here for tonight, inshallah ta'ala. Next week, we will continue on with the next batch of ayat. But that being said, we end for tonight and we say, وَصَلَّى اللَّهُ وَسَلَّمَ وَبَارَكَ عَلَى نَبِيِّنَا مُحَمَّدٍ سُبْحَانَ اللَّهِ وَبِحَمْدِهِ سُبْحَانَكَ اللَّهُمَّ وَبِحَمْدِكَ نَشْهَدُ أَن لَّا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنْتَ نَسْتَغْفِرُكَ وَنَتُوبُ إِلَيْكَ وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَيْكُمْ وَرَحْمَةُ اللَّهِ وَبَرَكَاتُهُ.